pesky things.
Yeah. But yeah, God. Today has just been a day, and this week Grim starts, so it's just, yeah, it's been a bit full on.
Is she working from home, or is she going to be?
She's gonna be out, so
Okay,
yep.
got it. So just trying to make sure that everything's squared away and everybody.
Yeah,
You know,
I haven't
I'm just
looked after the kids before.
no. Look, moms are going to do what moms are going to do, and you just deal with it.
Oh, that's true. Yes. Um. Yeah. So. Oh.
I mean, my kids are all grown, and I'm still getting grief about things that I did not do properly back when they were small. So trust me when I say.
Oh, man. I almost could have killed them the other day. I tell you, they filled in the back drain pipe underneath the tap outside, out the back, in the backyard. So we basically can't let it drain at all. Otherwise, that filled in sand and dirt is going to turn to mud and then thicken up, and then we're going to have an even bigger problem.
Hey, Shaxus. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, Sax. I apologize. I haven't gotten around to most of your horror videos yet. They have been the first one was highly entertaining. However, I haven't heard you squeal like a girl yet. So, or high pitched squeal yet, rather. I haven't gotten up to that one, but Grim informed me of that, and that sounds hilarious. So,
yeah, I don't do horror videos.
I really want to do some horror stuff. Mostly because I never really used to do horror movies and stuff, because when I was a kid they were too scary for me, right?
Sure.
But now all that stuff basically means, like, doesn't affect me at all, and on top of that it more gives me ideas of, like, things to do when I run my own GM, when I GM my own games.
Sure.
And the funniest part is, a lot of them I haven't had the chance to do. But the funniest part is that the one time I didn't do something that was inspired by a scene in a horror game, it was basically inspired by, or a horror movie or something. It was inspired by just a standoff moment that you could have easily plucked from, like, a western or something. And that is what scared Grim in the game. Like, apparently I made it too, like, visually intense, not visual, like mentally, imaginarily intense for her,
Just
and
a
so
little
she was,
too on the nose.
yeah. And so she was so invested in the scene going on as it was going. She was just like, I can't handle this. My character's gonna die.
That's awesome. Yeah, at this point, I got my first Palladium box
Oh.
that I'm gonna order that I'm going to order for the year. I'm thinking I'm going to get one like every paycheck.
Oh, yep.
Actually, that was actually kind of funny because so like last night, Hey, Mage. I hope you guys are having fun.
There we go. Yeah, Mage and John are at that, aren't they?
I think Bear's there too.
Yeah, and Slan is with them. Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna
Buffy
say
Slan.
Slan's in Canada as well. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's down there. Um, I I wanted to go, but then I don't remember why I decided not to. But
Money.
well, honestly, it was probably mostly money. Like let's just be honest. Um, like it's a little frustrating, because but it's just like if I can just buckle down and do it. Like actually, that was what I was gonna say. Um, so I got this Palladium surprise box, and Kim was going up to bed last night. I'm like, look, I'm working all this overtime. I'm gonna spend a little bit of it. And she's like, no, you don't need more things. I'm like, look, just accept that it's going to happen. You know.
Uh,
I know like 3 names that you just put up there, Mage. Slan Bear, Ye Old Geek.
yeah.
Those are the only ones that I even vaguely know. I'm expected next year.
See, I'm in
Yeah,
Australia. It would financially bankrupt me to just get to one of these things.
dude, that like it still boggles my mind how expensive it is to travel sometimes.
Mm.
Like, like that. Like I used to do tons of stuff with Mantic helping out at conventions. Um, but even then, just like travel within the United States, which generally isn't too bad. $400 or $500 just to get there, and then like okay, so then I have to work essentially for 40 hours, and I'm gonna get $125 worth of booth credit. It it doesn't add up.
Mm.
So even with them covering the hotel, it doesn't add up. So, anyways, but yeah, it's been frustrating. But I would I would I would like to go. I would like to go next year. We could use that as an excuse. Um, because like outside of Niagara Falls, I haven't been to Canada.
What,
So
what side of Niagara Falls were you on?
the I just remember this as a kid. The quote unquote good side is the Canadian side. Well, no, like as far as like where it's developed, like I mean, it's a river and a waterfall that is the
Mm.
border between the U.S. and Canada. So what you want to see, you know, is getting on the river and going up, and apparently, like the best facilities for it are on the Canadian side. So, it's like when I was like 10, my dad owned his own business, and we took like 4 to 6 weeks. I don't remember how much it was, but basically drove from Phoenix to Boston. So essentially driving from probably like Melbourne to Perth and back.
Oh, so it's Melbourne, not Melbourne.
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 Yes.
So yeah, like Mage says, like I just remember we went to the Canadian side and we got on a boat, and then they take you up where the waterfall, and you come out soaked.
Mm.
So um
I've seen that in movies.
Right, exactly. But yeah, like, so yeah, but that's like the extent of my travels throughout Canada. Is crossing the border, looking at the waterfall, and then leaving.
Oh, well, that sounds cool.
Yes. Put up Saxius's comment. I have, so my dad went on his mission to Germany, and then like one of his really good friends did his mission in just like I want to say it was Denmark. Don't quote me on it. But anyways, apparently they all got in an argument over which language sounded the worst. and 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 Danish like took it by a country mile. At least the one time I've heard the story. So right. So Mage, yes, next year, like the problem is that Claricon is like right around Kim and I's anniversary. And so it's like, can I justify it? Would she be upset? I don't know. So we'll see, Mage.
Honey, we're going for a anniversary holiday to Niagara Falls.
Right.
Where are we going? Niagara Falls, really? Where are you going?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
So anyhow, we'll see what happens. Like I want, I don't know. It's really weird. Like I want to do convention stuff. Yeah, honey, we are celebrating our marriage by me ditching you for tabletop RPGs. No, see, Sax, that's the cool part, is that Kim would play. However, the issue is the crowd. I realize that Claricon is a small event, maybe a couple hundred people, so it's not like super crazy, but it could easily be a little too people-y for what she wants to deal with. Now, like, you know, I love Sean's optimism on this.
It's that Canadianisms.
That's probably true. Yeah, no, it's look, Mage, it's not off the table. I'm just not sure I can commit to it. That's all. We'll see in like 9 months' time.
Well, you heard it here, everyone. Brian has commitment issues.
Yeah, kinda. I'm a dude. It's just how we roll, Surface. So, anyhow, but so this was fun. I got this yesterday. Kim was a bit grumpy about it.
What the hell?
So here's the cool thing about this. So, have you heard of Reaper Miniatures?
Yes, I know Reaper.
Okay.
I have many of their minis. They are affordable.
Me as well. They they got a deal with a craft store. So I don't know what your equivalent would be here. The craft store is Michael's. Basically, just think like 10,000 square feet of like art supplies and holiday decorations and picture frames and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that would be Spotlight.
Cool. Spotlight. So imagine that they got a deal with Spotlight for a little end cap of miniatures. And so then they've got like an assortment of heroes. So it's like Elf Wiz like I also got this one. Little elf wizard person. And anyways, so it's not a huge display, but they've got a few different monsters. They've got some terrain pieces. They've got see ya, Sean. Seriously, dude, tell everyone to have fun for us.
Yes, very much so.
Anyways, so Kim needed to go to the craft store yesterday because she was looking for more Halloween decorations. And so I'm like, cool, we're going to go to this one because they're just test bedding it in some stores around the US. And so we went, and it was actually kind of funny because I went up to just like one of the salespeople. I'm like, hey, I'm looking for like little fantasy miniatures from Reaper. And she just looked at me. She's like, well, we don't have any Reaper miniatures, but if you go to this aisle, there's a little end cap display. I'm like, okay. So I go and I get it and I find it. Now, if you'll notice, it doesn't say Reaper and it doesn't have the skull on it.
It says Hobby Q.
Right. They started Hobby Q back in like 2008. And basically it's their family friendly brand. This is all the exact same miniatures. You go to Reaper's website, look up Lisette, look up Dance of Death. It's all on there.
Yeah. Okay? Yeah, I have a Reaper Lisette. Elven Mage. That's why I thought it looked pretty cool because
I mean, let's be honest, you kind of look like her too. Oh, no. It's the hair. It's the hair.
Let's see here.
Worth it.
There we go. That's much better, isn't it?
Someone wanted revenge. So the cool part, though, so like she was like $8, which actually is technically more than what it costs from Reaper, because this is Bones USA. So I was a little disappointed in that she's more expensive. But this sucker, okay, normally $45, and I found a 30% off coupon. So, anyways, I was very excited.
That's it. Now I've got to look up Spotlight here to see whether they've got any Hobby Q.
No, so the Michaels thing is like it's literally a test bed. They are testing it with them, and we'll see if they continue it. But as of right now, like it's not even in all the Michaels stores. It's just in like these select locations. So like Michael's is pretty much everywhere. But yeah, they're not like I was expecting Brian to be here, and so I actually looked up to see if they had any in his state, and they don't. So I can't even tell him to go look. So that was a
speak
bit
of
of
the
a
devil.
bummer. Oh.
No, not
Oh.
Brian being here. Reaper's front page on the Australian site had the Dance of Death, but I'm trying to find it now.
I mean, just search for it.
Yeah, I was just doing that. What? Unable to find a match. And yet, if I scroll down 2 things, there it is.
Well, I'll tell you what I tell customers. Computers are dumb.
Pretty much. Hey, do you have the Sophie's Revenge pirate ship on your Reapers website?
Oh, I don't know. Yes, $200 US.
Ours is $364.
That is very expensive.
That's a week's worth of grocery shopping with these 2 children.
If it makes you feel any better, sometimes, or not like, well, between Costco and the regular grocery store, that's about what we spend every week. So
I refuse to go to Costco. I'm never going to go to Costco. They are way cheaper, but it doesn't taste like Australian food.
well, no, see, you go to Costco, like in your case, you go to Costco to get the diapers.
Oh no, they're out of diapers now.
What do you mean they're out of them?
Like they're into like underwear now.
Oh, I thought your little one was like really little,
How little?
like 1.5, 2.
Oh no. They've just turned 4 and 5.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Sorry. Made a mistake. Well, so the one thing though that I did learn recently, apparently Costco, like everything that they sell at cost. All of their money comes from fees.
Yes.
So, and for us, we got the membership that gives you the cash back. And so basically every year we get like just enough that it pays for the membership. And so we don't need to get it. We don't technically pay for it. So,
for us, one part of the reason why we don't have we don't go to Costco and we don't have a membership is because the nearest one is like, oh sorry, there's only one in the state, and it's over an hour away.
Oh yeah, no, that's really not worth it. That's like you have a friend who lives close, and it's like, hey, can you take me to Costco tomorrow? You know, yeah, we have one that's like 10 minutes away. We have another one that's like 20 minutes away. I can get to 4 more within 30 minutes.
Oh, jeez. Although I really can't complain. We've got like drive-through bottle shops that are exactly the same spread here. So,
What does that mean?
uh, so I think you know a place where you go to buy alcohol.
Right.
Okay, we have drive-through versions.
Sure. Sometimes so do we.
Okay, um, and basically you can the not so inaccurate joke is that you can basically navigate Australia either via the Bottleos or a Macca's.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically because they're everywhere.
sure.
Like on the road that I'm on, there's 4 Bottleos,
Okay.
and they've all been around basically since the road was paved.
You're saying that like it's a bad thing.
Well, no, I'm just saying that, like, you know, this is a perfect example of this is how frequent they are, how common they are, that you can basically go, oh yeah, you go 3 Bottleos down, take a left, go. If you hit the next Butterlow, you've gone slightly too far. You want to take the street just before that. Like,
And
yeah, it's just funny.
you're saying like should find that to be like a weird situation.
I have frequently told that story, and had people surprised by this. So yes,
It's just how we navigate. I mean, I realize that roads have names, but sometimes you can't see the sign, or maybe there isn't a sign, or like it's a private road that doesn't have a sign, or that doesn't really have a name. You just have to know it's there. You know,
sometimes the names are either inexplicably, um, I'm going to say confrontational. Um, like for example, like there's there's literally a street nearby called Stormare, and all I can think of every time I go past it is Peter Stormare, the actor.
okay.
And so like that's my running joke for that one. But like sometimes we'll just inexplicably have like a German street name or a Dutch street name, like Van Hildebruggen Street. It's like, why?
That's
Why?
okay. We have a street that's literally called German. It
Uh,
has two names though, and for some reason I was told that it's pronounced Germain. But then I was told it's not. But in my head, it's already Germain.
that's nothing. I recently discovered a street that's called Martok. And I'm now annoyed that I didn't
Is
wait long enough to buy a house on Martok Street.
I was gonna say, is it an honorable place to live?
I would expect it should be.
I mean, if not, you shouldn't live there anyways.
uh, yeah, there's just so
Yeah.
many great ones. I just it annoys me that, but like yeah, like half the time I can't be bothered learning the names. I just want to go by simple directions. Like that when you get to the big yellow house, go right at the next street, and you might be thinking, how will I know the big yellow house? And then you go there and you're following the directions, and then you see the big yellow house, and it's a big yellow house that kind of looks like it's got like um matriculations and
Right.
barricades and stuff. Like it's just part of the house design, but it just kind of looks like that. And you're like, oh wow, the big yellow house.
Yeah, but see that can backfire on you because like I went on a date with this girl. I mean, now this was 30 years ago, and I'm going to pick her up. And she's like, "Okay, just remember cookie cutter." I'm like, "Okay, I guess." And I could like I had the hardest time finding her house in the first place. And then when I finally get her, I'm like, "What did you mean by that?" She's like, "Oh, cutter houses. They all look the same." I'm like, maybe you should have provided that information because I'm thinking like if you're telling me just remember cookie cutter, I'm like, okay, is there some like a big piece of art on the side of the house that looks like a cookie cutter? Is it what am I missing here? No. She's trying to say you're probably going to get lost because everything looks like it's a cookie cutter house, and it's like, that is not what you said.
See, that's interesting because they've been doing that here lately, except with the like new modern style designs, and I've been calling them stamp houses.
I mean, column A, column B, I guess. Um, but regardless, it's just like, anyways, that was dumb. So, but yeah, I to this day, I'm like, that was annoying. Oh well, that was one date, and I don't think I think I might have talked to her like a couple of times after that, but that didn't go anywhere.
And then it's revealed she's Kim. Ah!
Yeah. It is not Kim.
Well, you did say you only talked to her a couple more times. How many times have you talked to Kim?
A couple more than that. Oh, I need to get these miniatures boxed up to ship. But I also need to get pictures taken of them.
Well, I can end the stream early so you can do that stuff.
No, I just looked over and noticed and squirrels, and so anyhow.
Squirrels.
ADHD squirrels.
Oh,
Squirrel.
yeah.
So,
yeah. So,
what else is exciting since Wednesday? Or I guess I should say Thursday for you weirdos from the future.
Let's be fair, it's been the exact same amount of time regardless.
That's true.
Let's see. I got some sleep, or something that is meant to approximate sleep. Forgot to eat several times. Got angry with the kids because they wanted food, and then we got them food, and then they didn't eat the food, and so wasted food.
So kids. Seraphis.
Yeah.
You're getting grumpy over the wrong stuff, man.
It costs money, and the fact that a loaf of bread is almost costing $5 fucking is ridiculous.
I don't disagree, but they're children, and you're supposed to like them.
I do like them sometimes.
You're supposed to like them a little more than sometimes.
No, I follow my family's philosophy, which is I love you all the time. I don't like you all the time. My kids always have my love. I just don't always like them.
Sometimes you best get in a different room.
Uh, can't even do that anymore. Because we're coming up to summer, so like we had started letting them just play outside by themselves, right? And that was going fine until the other day. So I already mentioned about them filling up a drain.
Sure.
So they also had a crate that they were playing with as well. They filled the crate up.
With
Wasn't water.
was it what?
So I've got to throw that crate out now.
I would like to point out
Mm.
that you definitely did similar things when you were that age.
Without a doubt, I have the vivid memory of the house I grew up in, the backyard, where we had the garage on one side. You basically had to come down the driveway and then you kind of had to do a right hand turn into the garage, right?
Right.
And we had this big backyard that was in between those two things,
Okay.
the driveway and the garage. And I would play in said middle area between those two obstacles. And well, I was playing with my cars and I wanted a more fun play area for them.
Sure.
So I started digging.
And you made it to China. No.
Well, let me put it this way. Up until we sold that place, some 15, 16 years later, everyone who was ever new to the family, who came over to my place and came out to see the backyard, always looked at the weird ditch mini creek that we had in the backyard and was like, "Oh, that's cool. How'd that happen?" And I'd be like, "Well, that was me as a kid." Yeah.
And
So yeah, I know I've done landscaping before.
landscaping.
I just don't remember ever filling up crates with insert a word that's family friendly.
No, and I get that. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't matter what it is. You've done something at least as stupid. So don't worry about it. Be annoyed, get over it, and figure it out.
I'm trying.
Even the drain, I firmly believe there's some solution to it.
Yeah, it's just gonna cost some money.
What about just like a sprayer nozzle and just like beat up all the dirt and wash it down the drain?
No, but it's clogging the drain at the bottom of the drain pipe.
I bet you anything, you get a pressure washer and just go to town on that thing, and it'll be fine.
There were toys and stuff down there too.
I don't know. I'd be trying the pressure washer personally.
I would still have to afford a pressure washer, and I don't think I can afford one of those.
Or does Hammer Barn rent pressure washers?
How do
Look,
you even know Hammerbarn?
okay, first off, is that a real place or is that just from Bluey?
Hammerbarn is just from Bluey. It is
Okay.
based on a real franchise called
Okay.
Bunnings.
Okay. Well, cool. Bunnings has to rent tools then. And I know Hammer Barn because I've watched Bluey as
Why?
an adult because it's amazing and hilarious.
Yeah. I have to admit, I haven't got around to the new minisodes that they've released yet.
The minisodes were okay. Um, the best, I'm telling you, actually, I don't know if I have told you this story. Uh, season 2, the episode Army, literally almost broke me. Kid you not. Not even ashamed to say it.
First season, um, the oh, what episode was that called? Um, the one where Indy is playing with the baby, and but the dolly, and it's a baby, but it's got to be in the hospital.
I don't
Uh,
remember that one, but I'll sure.
and it's her and the girls, and then the boys are playing Knights and Dragons, and the sausage dog is being a dragon.
Oh, I don't remember that one at all.
Oh, oh no! Don't tell me it's one you guys didn't get.
No, we probably did. I just like I don't think there's any that we didn't get.
Oh yeah. Uh, there's a couple that Disney didn't port because the subject matter was inappropriate.
Shut up and just I hate that so much.
Uh huh. Disney suck, man.
It's not just Disney. Like,
Uh,
like
early
Oregon.
baby, early baby. Season 1, episode 40.
Uh,
You don't have it, do you?
I don't know. Um, I don't. I don't think there's Bluey episodes not brought to the USA.
I'm just gonna have a look on the Blu-ray website. It might. I meant it out.
Nope. So Screen Rant, Bluey episodes banned and censored, and why? And season 1, episode 40 is not listed.
Yep. It says that even on the Bluey wiki. Yeah. Yep. Nope. It's a no-no in your country because it deals with premature babies.
That's annoying.
Yeah. So, Army.
I hate almost every single character in that episode except for Rusty and Jack.
Yeah.
Literally almost every single character.
Why is that?
Okay, do you know what the episode's about?
Yes, I do know.
So
Army.
who do you think I relate to?
I'm gonna say Jack.
Yeah. And literally the way that every single character in that episode treats Jack except for Rusty, the school teacher, and his mom. And even then, mom, the only thing you get from that is mom says, "Oh, hey Jack, how'd your day go?" That's all you really get out of mom. And the only thing you get out of the teacher is, "Hey, go play with Rusty." Okay. The brother or sister, whatever it is, the dad, oh my gosh, I wanted to stab every single one of those characters. But
don't worry, I want to stab the dad too.
yeah,
but that's because Hamish is an asshole. So
yeah, but Rusty is so absolutely legit. I love Rusty as a character. And then even in like later episodes where they like there was another one where they focused on Rusty, and it's like, okay, that dude is legit.
Is that discovering that his dad is in the army, or that his
not discovering, but like he's basically got to be like the big brother kind of a thing. Playing cricket, but basically dealing with dad being gone a lot because he's in the army.
Yeah. And the other one was going to be the cricket one, where you get to see him at the end, where he's grown up and he's actually a like cricket star now.
Right. Yeah. No. Exactly. Yeah. That one was great too. But oh my god. But literally, like when I watched Army, it literally almost broke me, because watching how everybody treated Jack, realizing that still is what happens nowadays to most kids like that. Seeing like my kids when they were in school and dealing with stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Hate it. I hate everyone in that episode. Just because of that.
Okay, hold on a second. Yeah.
If you got to bounce, man, don't worry about it.
All right. I mean, we can talk afterwards if you want, but yeah, I go take someone back to bed. So
cool.
Yep. I'm not gonna do my usual thing. I'm just gonna,
bye everybody.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna say like I was gonna say the the ending thing that we usually do.